The Cry for Justice, Reclaiming Dignity and Hope in Uganda by Margaret Lubogo. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I stand before you today with a heavy heart and a resolute spirit. We gather here not merely to talk about the injustices that plague our land, but to confront them with the full force of our collective will. For too long, the people of Uganda have endured the crushing weight of economic disparity, the ravages of ill health, the relentless grip of poverty, and the shadow of insecurity. These are not just statistics or abstract issues. They are lived reality of millions of our fellow citizens. I accuse those in power, those who have the means and the mandate to uplift this nation, of failing to address this crisis with the urgency and seriousness they demand. Look around you. In the bustling streets of Kampala, in the quiet corners of our villages, the signs of neglect are everywhere. Children go hungry, families struggle to access basic health care, and the specter of illiteracy looms large over our future generations. This is not Uganda we aspire to be in. This is not the Uganda we deserve. Our economy is shackled by corruption and mismanagement. While a privileged few bask in opulence, the vast majority of our people toil in abject poverty. The wealth of our land is siphoned off, enriching those who have no intention of investing in it, in the well-being of our nation. I ask you, how can we speak of progress when our people cannot afford the basic necessities of life? How can we dream of a brighter future when the present is so mired in inequality? In the realm of health, our hospitals are underfunded and understaffed. Preventable diseases claim lives daily, and mothers weep as their children die of illness that should have been eradicated long ago. We must demand better. We must hold accountable those who have the power to change this, but cannot and choose instead to perpetuate the system that values profit over people. Poverty is a vicious cycle, feeding into illiteracy and insecurity. When our young people are denied education, when they are left with no hope, no prospects, they become susceptible to the lures of crime and violence. We have seen this in tragic rise of youth gangs armed with pangas and trained taekwondo who have taken to the streets, sowing fear and chaos into the streets of Uganda. This is not a time for empathy. This is not a time of empty promises or half measures. We need a revolution of the mind and the spirit, a collective awakening to the urgent need for change, a collective awakening to do better. We must invest in education, ensuring that every child has access to quality learning. We must overhaul our healthcare systems, making it robust and accessible to all. We must create economic opportunities that uplift everyone, not just the privileged few. And we must address the root causes of insecurity, providing our youth with the hope and opportunities they need to build a better future. As Malcolm X once said, the future belongs to those who prepare for it today. We must take those words to heart. We must prepare for a future where every Ugandan, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to live a life of dignity and purpose. This is our duty, our calling, and we must rise to meet it. Let us stand together, united in our resolve, and demand the change that our nation so desperately needs. The time for action is now. The eyes of history are upon us, and we must not falter. Together we can build a Uganda that is just, prosperous, and free. Certainly, here is a continuation of the speech, focusing on the deep psychological and philosophical effects on the nation. Sorry.